Betia and Pragyan, who's the captain. His brother Partib is also back in the 11, alongside Philippa too, and Kule, another of the new additions, Daniel Chukwu, who has just 1 goal in 13 games to his name. He needs to start firing for the final few games.
I think so. I think where Owen Coyle was concerned, he was up and at him kind of coach, you know, he just wanted a high tempo kind of game, and I think Aidy Boothroyd's come here. I don't think he's underestimated in terms of the way they pass the ball.
Here comes Boris, bearing down on Evans, got the shot away, it's pushed away by Arindam, nobody following up. That chance a moment or so ago from Boris.
If you just watch at the bottom of the picture here, you see Chukwu, he's dead easy to hold off, and that's poor from Chukwu.
Emmanuel Thomas sat up nicely, hits the inside of the post.
Again, it comes to the big fella, Jet, and maybe this is why Aidy Boothroyd's playing him in the middle of the park. Left footer bent into the bottom corner, but hits the post and comes out. Sums up Jamshedpur.
Into play in Pragyan. Challenged by Pratik. In by Pragyan. Kule. Try and turn. Philippa too. Couldn't sit for the shot. Does get the shot in eventually. And Rahanesh ran sharply, but there wasn't really the power in it from Philippa too to fully test the goalkeeper.
I said I was really disappointed as a pundit. Not as his coach, as a pundit. I'm talking about somebody who's watching him and trying to understand what he's all about, what his best position is. He's already showed in the first 20-21 minutes.
Go at that as well. Lots to do on the Indian Super League website. Good save by Arindam. Fantasy.indiansuperleague.com is the address. Rafa Krivellaro testing Arindam.
Ball comes in from Jet. He wants to get it on his left foot. That's what the defender's got to try and stop. Evans has got to try and push him onto his right foot if he possibly can. He gets it on his left.
He will give Chukwu a run for his money. Krivellaro with the corner. Arindam completely misses the punch. It's Chukwu to play it back in. Came off Betia. Chukwu once again, right the way across. Turned in by Ritwig. Has the flag gone up for offside? Won't count. Well, it has been given a goal. Well, there was a moment's hesitation there while everybody looked across to the linesman.
There was the cross, and there's the shot. And as you can see, it's clearly onside. Clearly onside. Good decision again from the officials. But this is the first, the moment the ball came to Chukwu the first time, he tries to cross it, and I'm thinking he should be pulling the trigger. Comes to him the second time, and all he can think about was striking the ball at the goal. And as I say to every striker, when you're having a shot, work the goalkeeper. And that's exactly what he does. And what happens? Back post, somebody's there to tap it into the back of the net. Ritwig Das, 1-0 Jamshedpur. Just seemed to go from bad to worse, didn't it? You know, it's one of them where you're taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back all the time at NorthEast United, unfortunately.
There goes the half-time whistle. That goal from Ritwig Das, his 4th of the season, equaling his best scoring campaign. Not too much in the way of goal chances for Daniel Chukwu. We'll hope to get more chances to beat Arindam in the second half. Can NorthEast turn it around in the second half?
Well, they've got a little bit of a reputation of turning things around, and certainly where Jamshedpur is concerned, they've got a little bit of a reputation for throwing wins away, or leads away, shall we say.
Last things Vincenzo Nesi wants at this stage of the season is injuries to contend with. Good ball over the top by Krivellaro. There's Ritwig Das trying to chip that one across, but only succeeded in chipping it out for a goal kick.
If you watch simple football here, just a ball into a big striker, comes to Krivellaro, who's renowned for a decent left foot. He just hooks it over the top, and unfortunately...
Jamshedpur have only kept 1 other clean sheet this season. That was the 1-0 win against NorthEast United. Eli Sabia's header back almost finds its way to Chukwu.
Big Eli Sabia's pulled to the far post, and you can say that's wonderful defending, last-ditch defending by Alex Saji. But maybe Chukwu's, for me, he's got to do better there. It's coming into the penalty 6-yard box there. He gets his head round that one.
Betia be more involved in the second half than he was in NorthEast last match against Mumbai. There's a chance into the corner, and it's back off the post from Kule.
And you can tell by his reaction, he either thinks he can't believe it's come off a post, or how am I going to do this? What am I going to do to score a goal? It comes on his left foot, he just turns it round the corner. Defender tries to do everything he can to get round it, but he's done a jet in the first half. It's hit the inside of the post and came back out, didn't go in the goal.
Pragyan and to get the ball out of his feet, but goes just wide.
Tell by the body language of Vincenzo Anise, he's quite happy with the first 6-7 minutes of the second half. He's doing enough to get a foothold in the game, that's first and foremost. And if you've got strikers that can work the goalkeeper, or strikers that can hit the target, and that first effort by Cooley was, well, it was a wild swing of it, but Pragyan just pulls it out wide left of the goal. Keeps the score at 1-0 Jamshedpur.
They can quickly. Crivellaro pushed away by Arindam. Gathers at the second attempt. The quick corner almost catching out NorthEast United.
You switch off Merchants. Look at them. Everybody in the 18-yard box. Nobody's looking at Crivellaro. And he's probably one of the most potent left foots in that 6-yard, 18-yard box. And they allow him 10 yards of space from a corner. Criminal.
Liana. First ball to Chukwu. Early layoff as well. Crivellaro. Chukwu goes for the return. Here's the chance. And Chukwu does find the net this time. Play to his strengths. Lovely ball from Crivellaro. Perfectly weighted. And is that the moment for Daniel Chima Chukwu to kickstart the remainder of the season? Jamshedpur double their lead and could well be heading for a vital 3 points.
And look at, he's got all three. Staying on side, especially the big fella down the middle, Chukwu, who makes a run between a centre-half and a centre-half and a full-back. It's on his stronger foot. He doesn't even have to have a touch. The way to pass is so good, and he buries it in the bottom corner here. It's a wonderful finish, and maybe too late for his season to start with only 3 or 4 games to go, unfortunately.
Good, those 2 goals early on. Here's a chance for Boris to feed Chima Chukwu. Coming back inside, it's Boris trying to make room for the shot. Hits the crossbar this time. And bouncing awkwardly, the goalkeeper will gather Arindam, but Jamshedpur hit the woodwork for the second time. And well, Boris with a handshake for his teammate. It was unselfishly done by Chukwu. And
they enjoy themselves in the final third, which is a rarity this season. But again, it comes to Boris, and he hits it on his left foot there, which is not his stronger foot. And he just hits the underside of the crossbar. Did it take a deflection? Slight deflection, and probably took it above the crossbar, which is good defending, I suppose.
Straight into the starting lineup pretty much for Adi Boothroyd. Here's Partib trying to make room for the shot. Went for the curler. It wasn't too far away. May have taken a touch. I don't know if Renesh got a touch on that or if it was deflected, but Partib, the youngster, showing good touch.
I think it's a great save. Honestly, he cuts inside here. I don't know whether he's going right or left, but he decides to come inside on his left foot. And Renesh gets a touch and it goes out for a corner. But at this moment in time, 67 minutes on the clock, you're 2-0 up. If that goes in the bottom corner, you're under a lot of pressure because you're used to losing games when you're winning them. Chima Chukwu's on the bench there and he's got a smile on his face. Normally when you get a striker comes off the field to play, they normally haven't got a smile on their face, but he's obviously contributed to what looks like a win for Jamshedpur at the moment.
Well, there goes the full-time whistle and a very competent performance from Jamshedpur. It was always going to be tough, even though they're at the foot of the table with just 4 points, NorthEast United. The Indira Gandhi Stadium still a tough place to come, but Jamshedpur have done the job. Daniel Chima Chukwu getting on the score sheet, adding to Ritwik Das's goal just before half-time. Adi Boothroyd's side will look to finish with a flourish now as he looks to take whatever positives he can out of what's been a disappointing season for the former League Shield winners. Full-time here in Guwahati. It's finished NorthEast United 0, Jamshedpur 2.